Well, I think this is a good thing to think about with how you interact in your business. Are you starting up your own business? Do people in your company look to you for guidance, or are you looking for other people for guidance in how you learn how to do your craft? Because I was thinking about this, about being either a consumer or a producer. So years ago, when I'm in disaster restoration, so years ago, while we had cat loss, there was lots of claims coming in constantly. There was constant claims coming in. So almost every 15 minutes there was a new claim. So we as project managers had to get to the site, figure out what the cause of loss was. In this case, it was massive rainfall. A lot of snow happened just prior, so there was massive melting. So we pretty much knew what the cause was, but we had to get scopes ready for the technicians, and so they knew exactly what needed to be done for the demo on site. And then also insurance companies require paperwork, so they needed to know what was damaged, what was affected, what needs to be put back into when the repair starts. So that information needed to get from the site to our office so that they could type up the scopes so that they could send it to the insurance companies. So what we were doing before was we were handwriting everything that needed to be done and then leaving a copy of it or duplicating it somehow and then bringing a copy back to the office. So what we would do before is we'd take a picture, the old digital cameras, take a picture of it, and then get back to the office, download it, and then our assistants could type it up. So I figured this is taking way too long to get information to the people that need it. So we were just we had Blackberries when they first started coming out, so we could take pictures. So what I did was we write the scope, and then I would take a picture of my handwritten scope and then email that picture to the office, and then they could type it up, and then by the time I got back to the office I could overlook it, make sure everything was right with the scope. So then it cut that time down, because if I was on 15 or 16 jobs in that day, there was no way I was going to be able to get to the office, and then it would be such a backlog of data needing to be typed up. With a couple of project managers, you figure you could have 45, 60 jobs coming in a day. So that there needed to be an innovative way to expedite the process. And that's what I figured. Instead of just typing it, there was a lot of even dictation on tapes. So that's old school, right? So now everything's changed. So that made me think of how people are today. If you're building your own business, or are you working within a business, that are you trying to be ahead of the technology? Are you trying to learn new crafts? So are you always looking at the key people in your industry and following them, reading what they're doing? I think that's great. I think that's a good thing to a degree, but you can get, you could just be, you end up being just like them, right? Which is, that's great, because there's certain standards within every industry that you need to have consistency in. But in order to be an innovator or a creator or a producer, sometimes you need to step out of that constant learning from other people and start asking the right questions. What are you having issues with? What can we do different in order to make the process better, or shift it to totally change the direction in the way that it's going, because it's just not serving its purpose anymore. Even going into forums, people are constantly going into forums or onto social media sites, and they're going into groups and listening to these experts, which is fantastic. They're an amazing source of knowledge, but you end up just repurposing their information or sharing their information. So I encourage you to step out of that constant going to the pros in the industry, go to the ones who are asking questions to them, and then come back and maybe think of how it applies in your industry, shape it in a way that will help or make it better, whatever industry you're in. So be a producer and not always a consumer of content, because you want to stand out above or away from the crowd so that you can become an innovator of whatever you're in. Be somebody unique. Use your own voice. Be someone special. You are special. You're amazing. You've got all of this information in your head. You've got years of knowledge, or you've got this gut instinct in you. So use it and be yourself. Be unique. Create a blog. Show your own voice out there and really enjoy what you're doing. Take pride in it. Be consistent. Be very loyal to yourself and loyal to people around you. Be the best you can be. And I look forward to you on the next one, and enjoy wherever you're living. It's a fantastic day where I'm living right now. It's the beautiful Vancouver, BC, Canada area, and just amazing. I'm so honored to live around this area. It's such a beautiful day. You can see, just phenomenal. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you on the next one.